Welcome to episode 5 of Rejuvenate with Yemoja.
Double with the light, right, Casper? We see.
I got a very, very awesome panel today. I got Elle the Drug, MF Vibes. I think he changed his name to, and
Virgo season.
I'm calling him Double Child because I can't deal with all these different names. So, would y'all like to introduce yourselves and tell them what you got going on?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. I was finna go anyway. You know why? Because it's Virgo season, okay? But it's Virgo season for vibes too. But anyway, y'all, what's up? My name is Elle the Drug. Today is a very special day because, y'all, today is my top badge anniversary. I have officially been a top badge for 1 year, so I am in super great spirits. So I hope that I can give that to y'all today on this show. So I appreciate y'all. Yemoja, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I love both of these men, Vibes and Double. They are both very dear to my heart, so I'm very excited to do this with them. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And what is the favorite day? I purposely didn't do announcements because I knew that you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry,
What's
y'all.
the favorite?
In case you haven't heard, the world has changed it from Tuesday to Tuesday. Okay, it's not just a tag thing. It's not just an L thing. All right. The world says Happy Tuesday every Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because that is when I host my featured show, Modern Day Bae, which is the only live stream podcast exploring self-love and healthy modern day relationships. And it is brought to you by the Scouts. Okay, period.
All right. Next in line.
What you doing? Y'all already know I am brand new to the app. Just in case you've never heard about that before, I am brand new. I'm so grateful for all of these opportunities y'all are presenting me with. I have a whole bunch of shows, even though I'm brand new. They're in my bio. I'm taking a little break right now, but they're in my bio. They're on the IG. And I'm definitely here for the fans, 100%.
Man, what more can I say? You know the vibes, as always. Spreading that positive texture across the app, man. Rejuvenating our souls, rejuvenating our sins, repenting for our sins and all that good stuff. Shout out to my brother, Big Double and Elle, which are two, I have to say, probably my top people on this app. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yemoja. Thank you for having me. Mondays, tap in, soon to be featured, Love and Order. It's coming soon. We have a show tomorrow, matter of fact. Y'all come check that out. 10 a.m. Eastern time. And then we had Wednesdays, we got It's Okay to Be Human. That's gonna be at 10 a.m. as well. And then we tap into our comedy show at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all tapping with Over TV and 30 Ocho, aka Nephew. We pull up for that show and just, man, just come feel the vibe, come have a good time, and make sure you bring your positive energy with you. I appreciate you.
All right.
Can I just point out that I've been on both of these guys' shows and I've won them both. Okay, let's just go. I'm just happy Virgo season.
And she did.
Or anything.
And she did. But she also lost to me. She also lost to me though.
Double. We're just gonna talk about the last time I was on, okay? Not too much.
Your vibes. I want to know who's your favorite after the show too. I'm just going out.
I got it. We'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Oh my God. So I have an icebreaker question. This is the reason why I asked. Well, Double, I know you're of age, but I had to ask y'all how old y'all were. Because my icebreaker question is, in the 90s, I used to love to wear my blank.
I'll go first. In the 90s, I used to love to wear my diapers.
Wow.
I was born in 93.
Yo, you young, bro. I know you was that young.
Now you understand. Now you understand why she made that.
Yeah. Dang, I didn't know you were that young. That's crazy.
Dang, then why should I ask how old you were? Because I did not expect that answer.
Top cougar hunter of the world, by the way. Top cougar hunter of the world. Just throw that out there.
Period. So I had one of those, I don't even know how to say it anymore, Tachigami pets. Those like electronic pets, right? And I remember I like constantly got in trouble for having it in school. Nikki, don't be mad at me. But like we would have those like little electronic pets and I would always clip it onto my pants, my belt loop buckle, or like my book bag, and like that was my So I was
little video game thing.
Well, it was I think it was called like Tachigami or something. It was a pet. It's like an electronic pet you had to take care of. That was messed up.
I never had one of those.
You had to feed it. You had to let it go to the bathroom. You had to take it for a walk. Like it was a whole thing. Double, please.
I had to say, in the 90s, I used to love to wear my hot top fade.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we want pictures.
I was about to say.
We want pictures, vibes.
I'll find it, but I got pictures of hot top fade. Yeah.
New edition vibes.
Yeah. Well, I like to wear my jelly shoes. Yes, I know I'm old as but I had different colored jelly shoes. And then I used to wear my multi-colored socks, the ones that used to stack, Yeah, those are mine. Yeah. Well, y'all, thank you again for coming. Today we're going to continue talking about our crown chakra. Last week, we talked overall about what the crown chakra is. So we know that's actually the 7th chakra. I'm actually starting from the top and working my way down. So that's the closest we are to our Ori or our higher self. That is the closest to source. So just a brief recap. And it represents us being fully connected spiritually, okay? So, we all want a balanced chakra, okay? And when you're feeling in a balanced state, you have that blissful union, you have that enlightenment, you feel connected. Physically, you feel divine, you feel that you're moving well. Emotionally, you feel that you have this sense of wholeness. Everything should be how it is. You don't have any imbalances or very little anxiety. Again, spiritually, we feel a space of spiritual growth, a space of well-being. It's a place of wisdom, transcending our sense of self. And it's a space that we realize that we are greater than just our sense of self. So the energy center leads us to creating that deeper connection, not only with our self or source, but also recognizing that all things are divine and all things are connected through this divination. But sometimes we have a blocked chakra. When we have a blocked crown chakra, we feel that disconnection with spirit, okay? We can have some focus issues, some disassociation issues with our body. If it's too excessive, if it's deficient, we can have headaches, we can have migraines, we may not be getting enough sleep, exhaustion. Emotionally, if it's excessive, we can have some delusion, we can have some apathy. If it's deficient, we can have some confusion, being very aloof at times. And behaviorally, if it's excessive, we can overthink things, we can get confused. And if it's deficient, we can suffer from depression and self-isolation, and also have materialism issues as well. So I wanted to ask you guys, based on these things that I have read, do you feel that you have an aligned chakra, or do you feel that your chakra is blocked in some way?
For me, I feel like I aim to have everything aligned, right? But sometimes things happen, trauma happens, different life experiences happen that put you in a place where sometimes you do lose track of that and you do allow blockage to get in the way. I feel like the last year, in particular the last we'll say the last year, I've been on the road to recovery. I went through a lot last year, and so I feel like I'm doing my best to realign myself as best as possible. I'm doing my best to give myself grace, yet hold myself accountable. I'm doing my best to grow and be open-minded so that I can hear, I'll say constructive criticism without being offended, and be able to apply it so that I can be a better person. And so I don't think that I'm 100% where I would like to be, right? But I am working hard every day to be better than I was yesterday. And so for me, that feels like alignment, that allows me to be happy, that allows me to take pride in myself, that allows me, when I take pride in myself, I do feel confident, you know what I'm saying? That allows me to have not only I'm confident because this is how I speak or whatever, but also within myself, within my body, like you said. I can absolutely share that in this last year, I've definitely felt disconnected from my body. I've absolutely felt disconnected from my body. And, to the point that I have specific body affirmations that I say to help me get better, back centered, and to understand the temple that I'm living in, So But again, that comes with a lot of grace, that comes with a lot of accountability, and that comes with a lot of willingness to learn, honestly. So I'm doing my best, like I said, to be better than I was yesterday every day. And so for me, I don't think I'm where I want to be yet, but I am certainly putting in the work to become that.
Right.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm 100% in the process of unblocking, some shit right now for sure. But it's good, right? Because some of these things I'm actually aware of now, right? Some of these things I was just, going through or doing, and I wasn't even like fully aware of it until I actually started to like do more reading and starting to do like more research on certain things. And I'm like, yo, like I'm not really as good as I say I am, right? So even now today with some of these terms that you're telling me now, like I can like even be more aware now, right? Because I can use these terms now and actually use some of these like phrases and words and like actually attack them more. So yeah, for sure.
Love that.
I think, I've been through so many different, I should say, stages in my life, because I feel like I've lived the life of like 6 different people. When I say that, I mean like it was me, growing up, in my early 20s, I moved out of my own, 18 years old, had my own condo with friends. And then I joined the military at the age of 22. And then I got out of the military, moved to LA, lived my dream for 10 years, lived in LA, homeless for a year and a half, lived in my car. I went through it all, chasing dreams and all that. So I feel like during that time, I was more connected to the body physically. So I was in the best shape of my life during those times. But inside, I was torn apart. I was like pretty much disintegrating from the inside out. I went to jail a few times, just all petty stuff. Not like criminal stuff, but it was like misdemeanor. I was living in California. California, you go to jail for anything. You go to jail for walking on the street wrong. They're serious. It's really like that over there.
That's a Commonwealth state, is it not?
Yeah.
That's why. I know Virginia too, and they're the same way. So I get it.
So with that, but now the transition, what Tag has done for me, which I'm able to be here with y'all right now, share likes of Double, Elle, and Yemoja, yourself, and everybody else, Nikki 24/7, everybody, man. I have transitioned. Now I feel like I have my chakras aligned now. I think I'm dealing with more of a throat chakra now. That's like the last one I'm dealing with right now. You know what I'm saying? And I've kind of diverted from the physical aspect of it being in shape. So now I'm going to go back to that. But I was like, I feel like I had to get back. I had to get the internal done first. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go back to it. But now it's funny. I don't know if y'all feel like this. The more I concentrate on my internal, the less I feel the external. You know what I'm saying? Is that I'm talking about like I'm a dedicated gym rat. That's why I used to be at like 2 times a day, just going hard, going ham. But at the same time, my inside was crazy. So now I'm like, man, now I got the inside right. I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to go back to gym rat status. You know what I'm saying? So I will honestly say right now, I think we're working with throat chakra. We're trying to unblock that up. You know what I'm saying? And any other senses, I want to hype my senses up. But definitely, discernment is definitely helping me for sure.
I had actually picked this chakra more on a personal level too, because mine was blocked. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I didn't even know it was blocked. I did a Reiki session about a month ago. I don't know if you guys have heard of Reiki or familiar with it. It's, I would say more popular in other cultures. But the lady who did my Reiki session, Reiki is where, vital energy flows. It's more of an Eastern belief. Vital energy flows throughout our bodies. So what they do is they use touch and they place their hands over your body to help guide the energy. And it leads to balance and healing.
That's like how can I say it? That's like how you have a thing without being touched, right? Like a big O. I don't want to say it. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what. Of course, Double was saying.
That's tantric. Oh, okay. Because they like guide the energy into tantric, like your.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm gonna tell y'all my experience. It was like I was kind of having like an outer body experience. I'm having my Reiki session, and I just noticed my head was just going like this, and then it would go like this, and it would go back. It was doing it on its own. So when I got done, I was like, what? She said, let me tell you something. She was using crystals, and she noticed that my crown chakra was blocked. She was unblocking my crown chakra. And so by doing that, my head was moving, with the energy. It explained a lot because similar to, like what you were saying, Vibes, I wasn't connected. I wasn't connected with a higher power. I've told you guys before, I was an atheist for many years. And I just thought this was it. You die, that's it. Even when I first got brought to Ifa, I still wasn't fully there. And I know why now. It was blocked, But ever since I had that experience and it became unblocked, and me really getting in tune with my inner self and really sitting and connecting with Source, I find that things have really brightened up for me. Even my interactions with others, even me dealing with stress, me dealing with things is so much better now. I have peace. You get me? Even amongst my children, I have more patience. So I totally understand. If you're just tuning in, this is Rejuvenate with Yemoja. We are talking about the crown chakra and, the importance of aligning the chakra and when it is blocked and some symptoms of that. So did have some questions for you guys. We get a little bit deeper into our crown chakra. So I'm going to start with this question. What is your soul's purpose? Do you feel connected to this purpose? Do you believe this purpose can change throughout your life? Or do you have a singular, all-encompassing purpose to lead you in your journey?
Okay, I'll start this one if you don't mind. The first thing that comes to my mind right now, and it was really simple, right? But my purpose right now is to connect people, right? Bring people together, right? From different worlds, different cultures, different countries, whatever, different lifestyles, and I make them all understand the same language, right? Which is grow, succeed, move forward, network, right? Take what you learn from each other and teach other people with it. Take what you learn from them and not shit like that, so on and so forth. So as far as right now, that's like my purpose.
I feel that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Great question. So for me, my soul's purpose is to, in whatever way I can, uplift and stand behind and encourage Black women. What I believe it's been, that's what I believe I had to learn and grow into. I don't always believe that I thought that. I don't always believe that I understood how my voice was going to be used. But when I think about the things that make me the most emotional, when I think about the things that give me the most motivation, when I think about, the things that really honestly even trigger me, right? It's usually in some way a Black woman being disrespected or mistreated or not heard or not having the know-how to speak up even sometimes, right? Or even just needing to take a break. I feel like there's so many different facets to Black womanhood, and I feel like we have only begun to scrape the surface. And when I think about the energy and when I think about the love that Black women give, it's just not, the imbalance is not working out for me and how much they're cared for versus how much we give. You know what I'm saying? So for me, because that's where I get my motivation and my inspiration, and that's where I feel the most protected and where I feel the most passionate, that's what my purpose is. Now, I don't believe that my purpose, I believe that your purpose can kind of evolve. Maybe it's still in the same ballpark. But I do think that, as you grow and you had to experience different things, your vision grows, you know what I'm saying? So you might have bigger thoughts, bigger plans, and bigger goals and things like that. So I do think that it can evolve, but fundamentally change, I don't think so, because your purpose is the reason why you're here, right? So the reason why you're here, there may be additional reasons, but I don't think fundamentally that changes. I do think it can evolve though. And as far as feeling connected, I can say I've definitely felt more connected to my purpose in the past. I can say that I definitely am working to feel more connected to it as I move towards the future. But what I'll say is I needed this last year of healing to get reconnected, right? Like I needed to understand myself and some of the things that I was lacking and some of the things that I misunderstood about myself. I needed time to understand that before I could move to the next stage in my purpose. And so as I feel more grounded and as I feel more whole and as I feel more genuinely proud and happy with myself, I'm able to then step into my purpose a little bit more. And so I'm looking forward to continuing to do that and to find new ways to encourage and uplift and bring some equity. We always talk about equality, but what makes a difference is equity. And so if I can find a way to bring equity to Black women, the way that they've supported, saved, loved the world, then I will feel happy and I'll feel like I'm in my purpose.
I love that, and I love that term. So important.
That was both of y'all was strong. Y'all made me redirect my purpose. No, I'm just joking, but I just think that I appreciate both your responses. And I would say my purpose. I thought about this for a minute, and as I was talking, I started to realize like, yo, this really is. I really am here for a reason. So I would say my purpose is to redirect the essence of male to male interaction of evolving in order to transition generations and their curses, while reconnecting to the connection with our women to align with our bigger calling of an organic love. I think that is definitely, I'm glad I wrote this down, and as we were talking, I was like, yo, it hit me differently. It hit me really hard. So
I felt all of that.
Yeah, I want to, it's never even about money, man. It's more or less like you just want to connect with people. I feel like we as people is just kind of drifted away from each other. You know what I'm saying? We all coexist, but do we really exist? Do we really coexist with each other and define ourselves, aligning with ourselves? Like when I say I'm going to do a podcast or something like that or whatever, I'm thinking about double. I'm thinking about Elle. I'm thinking about connecting. You know what I'm saying? Versus me doing it, say, I'm gonna go do the album myself and I'm gonna get the shine and all that. Nah, man, it's like, we don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? We need to redirect ourselves and align ourselves with the higher calling, because it's bigger than, as I always tell my people, it's bigger than us. It's always bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? So everything that I do is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So the second part to that question was, do I think it'll change? Nope, I do not think it'll change. Where I'm at right now, like I said before, I used to work on physicality and this like physique and how I was on the outside, but now I'm aligning myself with the more inner self. So with that being said, my purpose is already there. You know what I'm saying? I already know, I feel it. Every time I walk outside my door, every time I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful. I hit the ground. Like, I know, the evils they fear me when I hit the ground, because I'm about to make it shake. I mean, every day I'm gonna make it shake. You know what I'm saying? To some sort of degree, I'm gonna make it shake. The last part of that question was, what was the last part of that question? I'm sorry.
Do you believe that this purpose can, well, you said no. You said no, you don't believe it can change throughout your life, right? Right. So no, yeah. No, that's okay. That is fine. My next question is, I think I'm gonna ask this one. And I've had difficulty with this as well. Surrendering to a higher power can be difficult because it may feel like giving up personal control and losing a sense of personal power. However, in what ways does surrendering actually give you a greater sense of personal power?
Okay, that's a great question too. So first of all, shout out to Nikki talking about that collective work and economic. Girl, I see you. Okay, that collective work and yeah, come on, stop playing with it. Okay, so I feel like a lot of times we can get caught up. We can lose focus and get caught up in trying to control things that you can't control, right? A lot of times when you get mad, it's because something happened that you didn't want to happen. You're mad about something you can't control. You're mad about other people's actions. You're mad about other people's choices, right? I mean, even if we look at that on a larger scale in politics, like people get really upset because people want to have their own choice, right? So I feel like a lot of times that can take so much energy from us. That can take so much out of us to the point that we don't even realize we're depleting because we are caring so much about something that we can't control. We're stressing out, we're arguing, we're going back and forth. And it's like, at the end of the day, when you let go of everything that you can't control and you stand in your own boundaries, because a lot of times boundaries A lot of times people think boundaries are meant to keep people out, but in reality, they're meant to keep you in, right? They're meant to restore you. They're meant to keep you where you need to be. So if you have boundaries for yourself, someone is doing something that you don't like, okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it. That's what they choose to do. That's the way that they're going to conduct themselves. I'm not going to be associated with that. And this is why I'm not trying to be funny, but this is why I love Beyonce so much, because Beyonce does not, no matter what is being said, she does not allow people, like, she's like, this is what it is. You don't have access to me. You don't have that much power over me. And so I feel like whenever you take your own power and you let go of the things that you can't control, you're able to be more powerful because you're truly focused in, right? A lot of people can be good at a bunch of different things, but only a few people are great at, you know what I'm saying? Like the experts are great at one thing. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that go down in history. Those are the people that have put enough time in and enough experience and done enough research to truly make a difference in their field. And so I feel like whenever you let go of everybody else's problems, whenever you let go of everybody else and especially with anger, right? So I learned this when I was younger. The people that anger you control you. Imagine being mad, you know what I'm saying, about years later about something somebody did to you, and they're cooking naked with their man in the kitchen drinking wine, like, you know what I mean, they're living their best life. Like, so you know, when you let go of those things that you can't control, it really allows you to align with self more. It really allows you to be in your bag, right? And that's where you want to be, especially whenever you're in your, you can't be in your purpose if you're not in your bag. You can't be in your purpose if you're worried about everybody else's purpose, if you're worried about what they doing, what they got going on. So I feel like giving that up is actually it's a power play, and it allows you to zone in on yourself, to double down on yourself, and to move with the confidence of an average white man.
Very well said.
Whew. That was deep. We still have to answer after that?
Ditto.
Is that your answer, ditto?
Right.
All jokes aside, though, right? Me knowing that I have the ability, the power, the strength, the confidence to take over whatever the situation is, right? And I sit back and allow whoever, whatever, wherever, right? Take control of it, right? That alone already lets me know that I'm winning, right? That already lets me know that I'm in charge of whatever happens here already, right? So I'm allowed now to sit back and watch to see what decisions you're going to make, where you're going to lead us, you know what I mean? Where the hell are we going right now? And I can sit back and just like, you know what I mean? I can either be like, don't do that, or I could be like, and just watch it and let it play out. So yeah.
I always think, you know, the basis of everything is surrendering your old self to regain control of a new self and new power. Reposition yourself will reposition you with the people that align for you to take into a future life. When I say future life, I mean more deep into your discernment, more deep into to what you're supposed to be put on earth to do. Because I surrendered my life in the spiritual realm as well, but also in the physical realm. I've been able to meet people like you, people like all of you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're all on the same divine purpose and journey with different outlooks on life, but at the same time we coexist. And this is the purpose for everybody as human beings on this earth, is to coexist. And we can have differences of opinion, but we also can coexist. You know what I'm saying? So when we come into the point of, like, you know, look at all the isms, you know what I'm saying, and all the differences of opinions and all that stuff like that. Everything around us is an opinion, you know, if you think about it. Books, everything we do, it's an opinion. It just comes from experience, and then people write it and call it a fact. But how is it really a fact when it's actually coming from an opinion? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, double, Elle, yourself, right? You're actually writing history as we speak. You know what I'm saying? We're all writing history as we speak. So down the line, somebody gonna look at it and say, oh, Elle did this, and Double did this, and Yemoja did this. It come from experience, and it's fact, but it's an opinion, because we don't know, you know, where it came from, but we know it came from something. You know what I'm saying? And this comes from a higher power. It comes from our discernment. It comes from all the collective things that we think about, all the dreams, all the pain, all that stuff. It's a story. So moving forward, yeah, definitely surrendering your personal power is definitely necessary in order for you to be able to discover a new set of you. It's like shedding old skin. A snake sheds its skin, you know. But that's kind of a bad metaphor. But you know what I mean. Like, you always got to regain consciousness of better power, of a newfound power by surrendering what you know. And I'll give a good example of this Double, man, real quick. Like Double, he just does things a different way. Like it's just, you just can't help it with it. Double just does what Double does. You know what I'm saying? And then Elle does what she does, and then Yemoja does what she does. You know, everybody, but we all at the same time, we all understand each other. I don't know how is that even possible? Because we all came from different walks of life. We all had different purposes, all different pains, but we all eventually realign to a greater purpose. So yeah, most definitely.
And Nikki, yes, faith plus surrendering plus alignment with purpose, yes, guide through life. That is so true. So piggybacking off of that question, what is a time in your life when you had faith and you trusted in the universe and everything worked out perfectly?
I really don't want to go all up into it, right? Like there's just a lot of things that I'm still coming to terms with. So I don't want to speak on them prematurely before I'm ready to actually give encouragement behind my story. But what I will say is this last year has been tough for me. There was a lot of changes. I had to maneuver in a way that I never really had to before. I had financial, I had personal, I had emotional. There was just a lot going on. And because I felt so distant from myself, no matter what I did or what I was doing, I felt lonely, And so I really had to lock in with myself and trust myself. And trust my path and my journey in a way that I never really had to before. We talk about trusting the process. And I always joke and say that doing my makeup taught me how to trust the process. Because whenever you have 7 lines on your face and you don't really know how it's going to turn out, you have to trust the process. And that's true on a super, super surface level. But when you're actually in the quicksand and you are sinking, right? And you don't know if you're going to be able to come up and get some air to save your life. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust the process. And so for me, that entailed locking in with myself, double downing on myself, understanding that I'm worth more than I'm giving myself, being accountable, giving myself grace so that I didn't get too hard on myself, right? And sometimes that looked like okay, today I got a shower. Yay, we did it. You know what I mean? And sometimes that looks like, okay, we wrote the hell out of this episode for Modern Day Bay, right? But regardless, whether it's a good day or a bad day or an I can't do it day or an I just did that shit day, it's trusting yourself and double downing on yourself and making sure that you're giving yourself what you feel you're worthy of. Because that was one of the things I really had to look at. Why am I allowing this to happen to me, right? Because it's not everything is in my control. But I can still adjust the way that I react to it. I can still adjust the way that I'm taking it. I'm not going to just lay down and take this. This is not what I wanted for myself. This is not what I deserve. This is not what I've been working hard for. Any of that. So, I was definitely not streaming as much. I definitely pulled back. I definitely had to realign my circle. I had to get, new people in my circle, look for encouragement, different places, and find encouragement within myself, knowing that I'm worthy of encouragement, And so that was a difficult process. And I'm not gonna lie, I think a lot of times whenever we see people doing things in a good light or in a positive light, we think that they don't have any issues. And I'm real particular on my brand, so y'all know that I only let certain things come to this app about me and personally. But that doesn't mean that I don't go through things. That doesn't mean that I'm not fighting my own battles. And for me, that battle, the hardest part was believing that I was worthy to fight it. Definitely had to trust that process. Definitely had to I'm still digging out of some of those holes. I'm still getting myself together, still remembering okay, no, you need to do this because this is what you want. You need to put in the work because this is what you want. This is what you believe you're worthy of. This is what you deserve. So I'm still learning those things. But in trusting the process, it's gotten easier. And like I said, that makes it more realistic for me to be a better self each and every day than I was yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, that I relate.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Make yourself a little bit stronger. Make yourself a little bit stronger just now, baby. We appreciate you. We love you too. Every time I get into a versus, I gotta have faith in the universe.
That's stranger danger. That's stranger danger.
Stranger danger, you know what I mean? It's spooky out there. It's definitely spooky out there. So I just had a situation the other day, you know what I mean? It's on my IG story if y'all want to go check it out. It's on my IG story.
Where's my sage? I got my sage
right now. So if you check it out, right? Women, you're gonna see me sitting there calmly, humbly, peacefully, just like I always am. You know what I mean? Not talking any shit like I never do, right? And then this guy just sit here, he's talking to me. Oh, you think you're gonna win? Huh? You think you're gonna win? He's a big bad guy. You think you're gonna win? So I'm like, yes, I'm gonna win. I have faith in the universe that I'm going to win. And we whipped his ass. Sure. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, that was Devil's subtle call to all the shooters in the building. Okay.
Yeah, it's Comp Town, by the way, guys. Comp Town.
Who remembered in the 90s that he wore pants? That's what.
Oh man, I mean that's kind of tough to follow behind both of you, but I would say I'm gonna take a little different direction and say that time and faith, it worked out perfectly when I was able to let go completely from something that wasn't meant for me. It worked out perfectly. Everything that wasn't meant for me has been. It's funny because I'll use this example. Whenever we had certain individuals in my family that are no longer in the family. They kind of just, I don't know how it worked out, but
are you talking about the Tag family?
Yeah, Tag family.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Tag family. So I mean, it was certain individuals that weren't able to work out, and somehow they just kind of, it worked out for them to just exit upon their own discovery. It wasn't me kicking them out, because my thing was like, I never want to kick nobody out, because I always want to give people the chance. Respectfully, just not to talk bad about the people, it's just that they just weren't meant for that. They weren't meant for the purpose or the for the purpose of being in the family. So the situations worked out to where they, it just didn't work out, and they exited gracefully. I don't have to have the guilty conscience of saying, man, I kicked somebody out of the family. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't. It wasn't aligned to the vision and the purpose of where we were going. So that's what it definitely.
You will ask God to take people out your life who are not in your highest good, and you'd be amazed at who he removes. Okay, I know from personal experience, you'd be like, really, that person right there?
Yeah. Are you sure? Is that a typo?
That you sure? Just
bring that back.
Right. Hold on.
So
thank you.
Yeah, I look, everything y'all said, I can totally relate. Now, my last question before, I hope y'all did y'all homework. Last question before we go to that is, reflect on this statement. I am a spiritual being in a human body. What does that mean to me?
It means we can't escape the inevitable, right? Which is death. It's bound to happen at any given moment to anybody at any time, right? Life goes on, right? Even though shit may be sad momentarily, we still have to embrace the happy moments that we have and enjoy the times that are now. I lost a lot recently.
I feel like I definitely understand Devil's perspective, but I kind of feel the opposite, right? Like, I feel like because I'm spiritual, that this is temporary. I feel like that I have the ability to inhabit different areas and experience different things on a higher level than just this physical one. And so for me, that solidifies my purpose. For me, that solidifies my legacy. For me, that allows me to know that beyond this physical life, my soul, my spirit will be taken care of. It'll be, I'm doing the most work that I can in this physical life so that my spirit continues to be aligned or to find its way back to where it's supposed to be. So for me, that sounds like a hopeful statement. That sounds like something that encourages me. And I look forward to getting to a place physically where I do feel at my highest self, so that I can let that ascend in the spiritual level, up to the spiritual level.
Great perspective.
Come on, Beyonce. Way back.
I guess I would say it's constant evolution of growth and realization of mistakes being made, and then how we're going to move forward from those things, and how and who we plan to evolve into. So it's just a constant everyday stage of growth. And that's how I look at everything. Everything I look at is like that. Like every day I'm just growing. It's gonna be a test of time of scenarios, and you're gonna meet different types of people. They're gonna test you in different ways, and it's up to you to decide how you react to those situations. Because particularly changing the person, but you change yourself. Self-management, time management, and self-evaluation and analyzing yourself is the best thing when it comes to being spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
Yeah, I really want to thank you guys for this. And working on this is a forever thing, right? This is not a one-time thing or a two-time thing. We always have to work on all of our chakras, and just some real quick techniques, meditation, visualization. You can use various crystals, amethyst, moonstone, clear quartz, essential oils such as lavender. All these are some healing techniques in addition to the Reiki that I spoke about earlier. So yes, I did had them do a little homework. I wanted each person to write, just real quick 10 affirmations. And I just want to see what y'all came up with.
So for me, normally whenever, because y'all know I do rich rising affirmations every weekday morning in my story. So if you need a little boost of energy or whatever, encouragement, y'all can grab it to my story for that, Monday through Friday. But when I write those, I typically think about it on a more open scale. When I write my own personal affirmations, they're specific to me. A lot of times they apply to womanhood, girls, living in your femininity, right? So mine are definitely more aligned with the women, with the girls, okay? I'm a girl squirrel, okay? But I do have some good ones for y'all. So I am a queen and I deserve all the love, period. The universe has my back and I'm showered with love 24/7. Hello? I am the vibe. I am the vibe and I attract unconditional love effortlessly. I'm worthy of love in every form, and that's on self-care. Self-love is my superpower, and it's giving everything it needs to give. I am the main character, and the universe is serving me all the love I deserve. I radiate love, and it bounces right back to me, no questions asked. I'm a whole vibe, and I attract nothing but genuine love. Unconditional love flows to me and through me effortlessly. I love myself fiercely, and the universe matches my energy.
Love it.
Those will be the affirmations for next week too, y'all. So shout out to Yemoja.
we recycling those. We are recycling those affirmations.
Period.
What? Now that was wonderful.
I came up with these today. I will be loved and loved properly. Love and abundance is meant and will happen for me. Loving myself will be a priority. Love and family will be the pinnacle of my life. I deserve and will be loved by my kids' future and wife future. My love will be remembered by the world for generations to come. My love is unapologetically strong and received. My love will be received by haters and transformed into residual love. Love is all around me, and love of my family will grow and manifest for the greater good.
Y'all came in talking that talk, man.
And I love those. Can I say something really quickly? Vibes, I want you to change a lot of those I wills to I am or is already happening. You know what I'm saying? I think there's so much power in words, and those are really powerful affirmations. But I want you to speak to yourself in present tense, yeah, because you already deserve what you want.
Yes, but those are wonderful.
They are.
Double, did you do your homework, child?
I got mine. I was just So now the only difference is I didn't actually use the word love, but I'm telling y'all how I actually love myself. All right. So here we go. All right. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I deserve everything coming my way. If I can believe it, I can achieve it. The journey to my success is not determined by the path of others. Walk by faith, not by sight. There's another one. All right. Oh, I'm gonna do that one in a few. Hold on. All right. So look, if you plan for a future, plan for a better one. The battles within shape the victories outside. Here's one right here. Okay. The person you spend the most time with in this world is yourself. How often do you actually smile? And this one right here, I just did this one today. Okay. The face may say happy. The eyes may say sad. The brain says the truth, but only the heart can hear it all.
Ooh.
Okay, then.
Ooh. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. This was absolutely wonderful. So just to recap and conclude, again, working with your chakras, it's, a forever thing. They are just a tool you can use for self-development, a way to explore and become more self-aware. The divine is infused in you and in everything. All of the spiritual work you do within your practice is just about remembering that you are a divine child of this incredible universe. Never, ever forget that. This is the way we will continue to make rejuvenating ourselves in the forefront of our mind to make our daily experiences peaceful, pleasant, and prosperous. I really thank you guys for this. This was a wonderful episode. Very, very insightful. And if you guys want to do your outros.
Sure. So, hey y'all, Yemoja, thank you again so much for having me, letting me share space with you and these two incredible guys on the screen. I have content coming up with each one of them, so make sure y'all fave them because I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? But tap in this week on Modern Day Bay is the season 5 finale. Okay, we are going to have a super dope top badge as our guest co-host. And it's going to be an amazing conversation. So I'm looking forward to it. My name's Elle. Some people call me the drug. Some people call me Miss Modern Day Bay. But whatever you call me,
I call her my sexy Elle Bell.
Or that. Okay. Hello. But whatever you call me, just make sure it's genuine and make sure you keep that energy. All right. I love y'all. Stay rejuvenated. This gave me what I needed for the week. Thank you. And I'll see y'all on the flip side, on the left side of the moon.
You know the vibes, as always. Make sure you check out, if you're on IG, check your IG at the Pull Up Now. At the Pull Up Now. That's my other account where I promote streamers, and if you send me your banner, we'll promote your shows and everything like that. So y'all make sure y'all check out at the Pull Up Now. Also, we have Muse and Mingle August 29th with Elle the Drug and myself at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's gonna be in the Elle's Live this time. We switch off. Last month it was in my live. This month it's gonna be in Elle's Live. So it's a good time. We got some great talent. I think we might have a real special guest coming. Really special guest. She's actually a Def Jam artist. We're working on it. We'll see. I don't know. We're gonna keep. Matter of fact, since we manifesting good things, it will happen. So y'all will see that happen. We're just gonna keep on building that up. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So you know the vibes. We out of here. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Last but not least,
Big double, not the little one. Y'all already know it's always a pleasure when I'm around the gang, man. This was a great time. If y'all don't have any fave, hit me with that fave. I need all the clout I could get for sure. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm proud that I wasn't too ratchet tonight.
Thank you guys. Y'all, this was great. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. A blessed one. I know, right? Double always got to end with the But anyway, y'all, this was a great episode of Rejuvenate with Yemoja. Tune in next week. We are actually talking about the throat chakra vibes. So tune in next week for another great show. Many blessings.